Should be going. Yep, we're live now. So we'll give a few moments for people to start joining on. Thank you, Mackenzie, for agreeing to do this live. Do you want to just say before we start and before I do my intro, if you just want to say just a little bit about yourself, because I'm sure people know who you are anyway, but just in case those that don't know who you are, you can say a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hiya. My name's Mackenzie, obviously, and I run a ghost walk in York. It's quite historically based as well, so it's not just all about ghosts. I'm currently, obviously, we're in lockdown, so I'm doing some online stuff on the Facebook page. I did used to work in a museum, but sadly got made redundant, so I'm kind of dedicating all my time to entertaining you guys. And amazingly, I've done really well because of the online stuff, which has really bumped up business, which has been lovely. And otherwise, in my private time, I'm just a lady who likes to enjoy all the usual Star Wars, Harry Potter, TV stuff, walks in the forest, and look after animals. And I've got my 2 little cats, which might as well be famous, and I'm hoping they're going to behave themselves tonight. So, guys, if you hear any yelling, it's them. And I hope that I get put under. I have been hypnotized once, and it was very, very funny. Some friends of mine, we didn't know this was happening. We went to a pub, and it just so happened they had an artist on. And I was like, oh, I'll give it a go. And when he did what he has to do at the beginning on stage, he then looks at you and says, do you think you're under? And I was the last one, and he got to me, and he says, do you think you're under? And I went, don't know. And he says, okay, then. Well, come with me. Sit on the edge of the stage. So I did. He says, right, I've got right here, oh, hang on, it's a bit difficult, right here, a gun. It was his hand, obviously. And I looked at him thinking, right, not believing him, right? And he says, when I count to 3, I'm going to shoot you. And I just thought, well, you're going to look an idiot, aren't you? That's what I thought. 2, 3, bang. And as soon as he went bang, I suddenly went woof back on the stage, clonked out unconscious like this, and all I thought was in the back of my head going, oh my God, I'm actually hypnotized. This is incredible. Oh my God, I'm actually hypnotized. And meanwhile, I could actually hear all my friends absolutely wet themselves laughing because of the reaction. But amazingly, it didn't really wake me up too much, though sometimes halfway through, my body seemed to want to come to. And all they would do was just sort of wiggle my arm a bit or something, and I just go bump straight back under. So it was quite good. But I'm hoping that I won't wake up at any point tonight, so we'll see.
No, I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. And I'm just going to do a slightly longer induction than some of you might have seen me do before. So, you might be really interested in seeing that longer induction. Some other people, it might be an idea. Obviously, don't switch off, but keep it all running. And ideal time for you to go and make yourself a nice cup of tea and then come back, and we'll be fully into the hypnosis at that point. I'm also want to say I'm getting some nice hellos from people watching, so as I'm trying to concentrate on this, I'm not naming everybody off exactly at the moment, but thank you for your wonderful hellos. Wonderful. So with that, are you ready to start, Mackenzie?
Yes.
Brilliant. So if you just close your eyes for me, please, Mackenzie. And I'd just like you to think back to that time before when you were hypnotized. You can just start taking some nice, slow, deep breaths. Remembering that time, just like before you drift off to sleep, or before you're just about to wake up, where you're in that nice twilight zone, and you can easily and effortlessly put yourself back in that nice, deep, relaxed state now. And really pay attention to where you feel the most comfort in your body. You can imagine that feeling spreading out like ripples in a pond. In a moment, I'm going to get you to open your eyes. And then when you open your eyes, I want you to keep soft focused when I tell you to. And then you close your eyes again. And when you close your eyes, you deepen the relaxation that you're beginning to feel right now. So just open your eyes now for me and close your eyes for me. Wonderful. Open your eyes now and close your eyes. Again, opening your eyes and closing your eyes, deepening that relaxation. One more time now, opening your eyes and closing your eyes and deepening that relaxation. You can relax those little muscles around your eyes just that much more. And that relaxation spreads up to the top of your head and down your neck, down your shoulders. Your spine relaxes. Down, down, down your arms. Down to your hands and fingers. Continuing down the back to your hips. Down deeper. Down to your legs. Down to your knees. Your shins relax. Your ankles relax. Your toes relax deeply. And as you relax, it becomes easier and easier to release your imagination. You to imagine yourself on a beautiful beach of your choosing. And this beautiful beach of your choosing can be a real place, or an imaginary place, or a combination of both. It's up to you. But here you're free to create and free to relax. And if you haven't already, you can find a place down on this beach where you can sit down or recline and look out over the water's edge. And now you've relaxed the body, it's now time to relax the mind. And as your mind relaxes, I want you to visualize the sun setting over the water, going down lower and lower and lower as I count backwards from 10 to 1. And by the time I reach number 1, the sun will have set. You'll be at complete ease in a very, very deep state of relaxation. And the more you relax, the happier you feel. And the happier you feel, the more you relax. All right now. 10. The sun slowly begins to set over the water. You relax and drift and float, noticing the breathing that happens naturally all by itself. Your arms resting comfortably, noticing yourself relaxing deeper and deeper and more deeply relaxed. 9. So sleepy, so relaxed, drifting and floating, deeper relaxed now. 8. Increasing that relaxation much more as you feel so very sleepy, so relaxed. Down to 7 now. Drifting down now. 6. Noticing how much deeper the sky is now as the sun continues to go down. down, 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 down. 5. Halfway there now. So sleepy. So relaxed. Deeper and deeper and deeper sleep. From 5 down to 4. That's right. Feeling so very sleepy as your mind relaxes. 3. So sleepy. So relaxed. 2. The sun is almost completely set now. At the count of the next number, you'll be in your most comfortable state of relaxation. 4 right now. 1. Very good. And now to help with the deepening process, I want you slowly and quietly, so you stay in this nice deep relaxed state, just describe to me what it looks like outside your front door in this lifetime of 2020.
There's a car parked outside.
Very good.
Courtyard. And not much to see, just a big farmhouse. It's like an outbuilding. It's very green and dull, but there's lots of nice fairy lights right now, and so it looks nice with the stars shining above.
Wonderful. And now just imagine yourself floating up higher and higher, higher and higher, so you're looking down on where you live, like a bird's eye view. Just let me know what it looks like from up here as you look down.
Pretty. Old. The buildings are all different ages. Lots of cars. It's peaceful.
Very good. Now just imagine yourself floating back down, down, down to the ground. When you're back down to the ground, just let me know when you're back down on the ground. As you drift deeper and deeper as you float back down.
I'm back.
Excellent. Now on the next count of 3, I'm going to take you to a wonderful place that you regularly visit in your ghost tours. Just go there in your mind now, what you see regularly, one of your favourite places on the count of 3. You can out of your own body, out of your own eyes. 1, 2, 3. One of your favourite places on the ghost walk. And just let me know what that is and what you can see.
I have so many. I think the church, St. Saviour's. It's the only one we have with a graveyard on tour. The road goes down the side of a building, and I tell them about being buried alive and how we encountered a real ghost on this tour. and always has room for a good jump scare.
Brilliant. And now on the count of 3, we'll go to a very beautiful forest of your choosing. And your subconscious mind will create a beautiful forest of your choosing. 1, 2, 3. That beautiful forest of your choosing. And describe to me what your subconscious mind has come up with for this beautiful forest of your choosing.
So many trees. Sun is shining along a pathway. I'll walk along it and go off into various other areas, and it becomes darker, but not nighttime dark, just the overshadowing of the trees. And there is a fallen tree trunk that I like to sit on and think about things.
Lovely. On the next count of 3, we'll go to an imaginary corridor of your choosing. And in this imaginary corridor of your choosing, there are doors leading off to either side, which will take you back in time, back to a life you have lived before this one. Just for now, go to that imaginary corridor of your choosing with the doors leading off to either side. 1, 2, 3. That imaginary corridor of your choosing. And describe this imaginary corridor of your choosing to me.
Old wooden panelled. It's about 6, 7 doors in front. It's quite scary. They look like something from a horror film. One's come to mind and I'm trying to banish it.
Okay. Is there a door that you're most drawn to go through and look at a past life, one that you're appealed to by looking through these doors?
The one at the back.
Okay, just see yourself now walking down to that door in your corridor of your choosing. Down to that door which will take you back to a life you've lived before this one. And just let me know when you're just outside that door.
I'm there.
Very good. On the next count of 3, the door will open, and you'll be pleased and delighted with what you can sense, see or feel as that door opens back to that past life. Everything can be checked out later. All right now, 1, 2, 3. The door opens to your past life. And describe to me what you can sense or see through that door.
I smell grass.
Very good.
It's too bright.
It's okay. So if you can just allow your eyes to squint a bit, so you'll be able to go and be comfortable with the brightness. Just go through to that grass area now, and the door closes behind you. And just describe to me more of what you're aware of and what you can see.
There's trees on one side, field on another side, and I think there's a road up ahead with cars on it.
Very good. Describe these cars to me.
There's a lorry. The other ones are hidden behind tall bushes, so I can't see.
Okay. On the next count of 3, the year will come into your mind of what year you feel it is right now. 1, 2, 3. What year is it?
It's the 60s.
60s. Excellent. And how old do you feel you are now?
Early 20s.
Early 20s. Very good. So early 20s. Do you feel you're male or female in this life?
Female.
Female. Very good. On the next count of 3, the name will come into your mind of what they call you in this life. 1, 2, 3. What do they call you in this life?
Marie.
Marie. Very good. And just be aware now of looking down and seeing your legs and how they're dressed. How are your legs dressed?
White socks and red shoes. I think burgundy red.
Okay.
Skirt or dress. Hair's shortish. Almost like a dungaree dress. Red and yellow jumper, like thin jumper.
And where in the world are you right now?
I'm in the field.
You're in the field. Okay. We're in the field. Let's see if you get like a country you feel you're in now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. What country are you in?
England.
Okay. Let's see if we can get more close to you're in England. If there's a town, a village where you live in England. 1, 2, 3. Town, village, or city you live in.
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Okay. Very good. Now, on the next count of 3, I want you to be able to tell me your surname, your family name, what they call you in this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. What's your surname in this lifetime?
It seems like sounds like Rampton.
Okay, so it sounds like Rampton.
Or Crampton.
Very good. Now, I'd like you to go, staying with this lifetime, back in time, back to your earliest memory, staying with this lifetime, and allow that to happen now, your earliest memory. Describe your earliest memory to me.
Sitting in the living room, watching a small telly. It's black and white.
And how old are you now?
6.
You're 6. Describe to me what you can see on the telly. What you seeing on the telly?
Bill and Ben.
Lovely. And is there anyone else with you at this time, or are you just aware of yourself?
Can see slippers of a man.
Okay. And who those slippers, who do you feel they belong to?
I think it's Dad.
Dad. Okay. What I'd like you to do now is, staying around the age of 6, go to a time when you're with your dad. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Time when you can see your dad in front of you. Describe to me how he looks.
He's plumpish, tall, or tall to me. Like brown corduroy trousers, checkered yellowy, dull creamy yellow shirt, short dark hair. He's probably 50.
And obviously you call him Dad, but on the next count of 3, his name, better tell me his name. 1, 2, 3. What's your dad's name?
Harry.
Harry. Lovely. And do you know what Harry does for a living, what he does for work?
Something market or minor. Not sure.
That's okay. More information may come out earlier. Now, staying with this lifetime, I want you to move forward to now being at the age of 10. Allow it to happen now, at the age of 10. What are you doing now? You're 10 years old.
Playing in the front room. I've got a little magazine and a car and pencils, TV.
Very good. And this magazine you have in front of you, I'd like to be able to just look at it and get the name of what this magazine's called, and that comes to you on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. What's this magazine called?
Woman's Weekly. Not
Woman's.
mine.
Not yours. Okay. Lovely. What I'd like you to do, staying around this age of 10, is to just go to the outside of the place that you live when I tell you to. Go to the outside of that place where you live now and describe to me how the outside of where you live, what that looks like.
It's a street filled with buildings, all red bricked. Dad's cars outside. It's like a housing estate. Slightly busy road. Not that busy.
Okay.
I think there's a shop further down.
Very good. And now what I'd like to be able to do on the count of 3 is go to a time when you were looking at the street name or when you knew what this street was called. That happens to you now. 1, 2, 3. What's the street name?
Car Lane.
Car Lane. Excellent.
And
now,
Barton.
sorry, could you say that again, please?
Barton.
Barton. Very good. And do you feel that you're in Liverpool still at this time?
Yes.
Very good. Now I'd like you to go to a time staying with this lifetime where you went past that shop and allow it to happen and describe to me what this shop looks like.
Creamy yellow, painted outside. Little door. Price is painted on the front window. and it's not really got a name.
That's okay. What I'll do is I'll just count to 3 and click my fingers and see if a name comes to you. If it doesn't, it's fine, but we'll just see if a name comes to you. 1, 2, 3. The name of the shop. What was the name of the shop?
Barker's.
Barker's. Very good. Now, staying with this lifetime, I'm going to move further forward in time. Further forward to being at the age of 15. You're now at the age of 15. What are you doing now?
I'm in school.
And what are you aware of it in school? What can you see?
It's the assembly room, and there is a exam happening, and I can hear people walking down the corridor.
And what exams are happening?
Can't remember.
That's okay. On the next count of 3, be able to tell me the name of the school that you go to. 1, 2, 3. Name of the school that you go to. What is the name of the school?
St. Patrick's.
Excellent. And at St. Patrick's School, you'll be able to now, on the next count of 3, be able to go to the outside of St. Patrick's School. So you'll be able to tell me what the building looks like. 1, 2, 3. What does the building look like?
Old brown brick. Added to over the years. Large double green doors. Play area. Road out the front.
Very good. Do you have any subjects that you enjoy taking at school?
Science and woodwork.
Very good. Just so I know, the name of the science teacher will come into your mind on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. What's the name of the science teacher?
Mr. Smithson.
Very good. And on the next count of 3, the name of the woodwork teacher. 1, 2, 3. Who teaches woodwork?
Mr. Harris.
Mr. Harris. Wonderful. Now, on the next count of 3, we'll move further forward in time, staying with this lifetime, so you're now at the age of 20. 1, 2, 3. At the age of 20, staying with this lifetime. And let me know what you're doing in your 20th year.
Work in a shop.
Okay. What sort of shop do you work in?
Woolworths.
Wonderful. And just describe to me how the inside of this Woolworths looks.
Cluttered.
Cluttered. Okay. Do you enjoy working there?
It's a job. It's all right.
It's a job. Okay. Now, staying with this lifetime, I just want you to go to a time when you're in your 20s, where you're looking at yourself in the mirror, so you can describe to me how you look. 1, 2, 3. Time when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Just describe to me what you look like.
Light gingerish hair with fringe. I always have a bow in it, and I have green eyes. Plain looking. Quite slim. Average height, I think.
Wonderful.
Hand.
So was that last bit you said?
Scar on my hand.
Okay. How did you get that scar?
Caught it on a nail.
Okay. And how old were you when you caught it on the nail?
17.
17. Sorry to hear that. Now, staying with this lifetime, I want you to now go to your happiest memory. Your happiest memory happens now. Let me know what your happiest memory within this lifetime is.
I met Charlie.
Met Charlie. That's nice. And tell me who Charlie is.
My boyfriend.
Lovely. How old were you when you met him?
22.
22. Very good. Now, when I count to 3 and click my fingers, you'll go to the very first moment that you met him. 1, 2, 3. That very first moment you met Charlie. And describe how that meeting happened.
Just came to buy some brooms.
That's good.
That's good.
Served him at the counter.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I didn't think he fancied me. Because nobody fancied me.
Now, staying with this lifetime, we'll go to the time when you and Charlie went on your very first date. Allow that to happen now, your very first date. And let me know where you went.
Went for a ride on his motorbike.
Wonderful. Describe his motorbike to me.
It has a back on it, like a metal frame. It's 2-seater. Had a large headlight on the front. Was all black, barring the handles. It's quite nice. It was quite noisy. Only the one exhaust pipe. It could go onto a sidecar. I don't think he used it that much, the sidecar.
Okay.
Hey.
And just see if we can get it, see if we can get a name of this this bike, see if there's a name that, you know, a make or something like that that comes from it. We'll just see. 1, 2, 3. What's the name? What type of bike is it?
A Triumph.
Triumph. Lovely. And what does Charlie do for work? What does he do for work?
The builder.
Okay. Very good. Now, on next count of 3, we'll move further forward in time, staying with this lifetime to you now being at the age of 25. 1, 2, 3. 25. Describe that to me now. What's happening in your 25th year?
In hospital.
Okay. Why in hospital?
Had an accident on the motorbike.
Sorry to hear that. How did that happen?
Not his fault. Some Ford Angular thing pulled out in front of him.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And what's the matter with you in hospital? What have you got that you're in there for?
Broken legs.
Broken legs. Okay. And how's your boyfriend after that accident?
He's shook up. He's fractured his ankle. Smashed his face. Hurt his hands. I think they're shattered.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now, we'll move further forward from this time. 1 year from where you are now. 1, 2, 3. 1 year further ahead in time. Let me know what you're doing now, just 1 year further on from this time.
Walking on crutches.
Okay.
Trying to make tea. Got my own house with Charlie.
That's nice. Do you feel that you're married, or do you feel you're single still at this moment?
With Charlie, not married.
Okay. And describe the place where you have home together. Just describe that to me now, please.
Quite small. Strange. Multicoloured wallpaper. Leather sofa. TV in the corner. Yellow, orange and brown curtains.
Very good. Now, where do you feel you live? Sorry, say that bit again. What was the last part?
Green bathroom.
Thank you. Do you feel you live in Liverpool or somewhere else now?
What?
Do you feel you still live in Liverpool or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Okay. So where you feel you're living now?
Sheffield.
Sheffield. Very good. Now, on the count of 3, the the road of where your house is, where the place where your house is, the road, the street name. 1, 2, 3. What's the name of the road that your house is in, or street?
Gallows Street.
Gallows Street. Very good. Now let's move further forward in time, further forward from where you are now to, again, 1 year further forward from this time. 1, 2, 3. You've just moved 1 year further forward. Let me know what you can experience now.
Left Charlie.
Okay. Why did you leave Charlie?
Just rowing all the time.
Sorry to hear
Fell
that.
out.
Okay. Where do you feel you're living now?
Rotherham.
Rotherham. Okay. And do you feel you live there alone, or are you with anyone at the moment in Rotherham?
On my own in a flat.
Okay. And again, where the flat is based in Rotherham will come into your mind now. 1, 2, 3. Where this flat is in Rotherham. And what's coming to you?
Rose Avenue.
Excellent. And what do you feel you do with your days at this time?
Work in a post office.
That's good.
And I do a bit of Avon.
Wonderful. Now, staying with this lifetime, we move further forward in time to you being in your 30s. 1, 2, 3. You're now in your 30s. And describe that time to me.
Got a husband, Barry.
That's nice. How did you meet Barry?
In the pub.
Very good. And how old were you when you married?
32.
32. And now on the count of 3, Barry's surname. 1, 2, 3. What's Barry's surname?
Carlton.
Carlton. Very good. And what does Barry do for work?
Works on cars.
On cars. Okay. Now on the count of 3, staying with this lifetime, we move further forward in time, further forward to you being in your 40s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In your 40s. And what's happening in your 40s?
Got a permed hair.
That's nice.
Barry makes fun of it. Got a dog.
It's nice. What's the dog's name?
Pippa. Pippa.
It's good. It's a good name.
And Pippa's had puppies. So I sold them all.
Very good. And what do you feel you do with your days mostly now?
I work part-time. Kind of a housewife more than not.
Okay.
I like to make the house nice. I'm quite house proud now. I do like to go to the dance though.
I like to go to the dances. That's good. What sort of music is at these dances?
It's quite poppy.
Okay. And where are these held?
At a civil service club in Rotherham.
That's good. Now, staying with this lifetime, we move further forward again. Further forward, you being in your 60s. 1, 2, 3. Now in your 60s, and describe to me what you're doing in your 60s.
Not very well.
Not well. Sorry to hear that. What's wrong with you?
I think I'm dying from a cancer.
Sorry to hear that. And do you feel you still live in Rotherham at the moment?
No, I've moved to Leeds now.
Okay. Do you like it in Leeds?
Nice. Got a nice big house.
That's good. Next count.
Scarcroft Avenue or something, I think.
Okay. And do you feel you had any children within this lifetime?
Couldn't have any.
Sorry to hear that.
Couldn't have any,
No.
but we did look after one for a long time. It was a friend's. Her name was Sheila. Nice girl. She wasn't ours. She just came round.
That's nice though. That's nice. On the next count of 3, it'll be your very last year within this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. Very last year. How old are you?
63.
Okay. And now on the next count of 3, it'll be your very last 10 seconds within this lifetime. 1, 2, 3. It's your very last 10 seconds in this lifetime. Describe to me where you are.
In a hospital.
Okay. Do you know which
Barry's
hospital this
with
is?
me.
Okay.
St James's.
St James's. Okay. And which town or city is, or even village is this St James in?
Leeds.
Leeds. Okay. Now, in a moment I'm going to start counting backwards from 10 to 0, and 0 will be your moment of passing. And just describe to me if there's anything that you're seeing or experiencing in your very last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. You've just passed over. What are you aware of now?
Looking at Barry crying over me. I've got my dad with me, my mum, and my auntie, my auntie Mary.
That's nice.
That's nice. And feel quite peaceful. Just go on to the next place.
If I can get you to review this lifetime to see if there was any lessons or understanding, what would that be?
Be more outgoing. Don't be afraid to do what I want to do. And don't be so self-critical.
Very good. And you can take.
Life.
Say that last bit, please.
Fairly happy life.
That's good.
Especially with Barry.
Wonderful. In a moment, I'm going to take you back to that corridor we first started from. On the count of 3, you'll be there, and all doors will be closed to lives, but you can revisit whenever you wish to. All right, now 1, 2, 3. We're back in that corridor, and all doors are closed. Do you feel you need any healing from that past life experience?
Yes.
Okay. What I'd like you to do now is, next count of 3, you go to a room of your choosing, any room that you feel comfortable in, and you can find a place in that room where you can lie down and relax and allow the healing to happen. Allow yourself to go to that healing place now. 1, 2, 3. You're in that nice healing place now. And as whilst you lie there, I'd like you to be aware of a healing light just above you, shining down on you. And it's touching the areas that are most needed healing. It can be the memory from the scar on your hand that you got, seeing it go to that area and the scar healing itself. Maybe some of the injury that you had in that motorbike accident, that healing light helps you. And I'll just leave you for a minute or two whilst that healing light does its powerful work. And whilst you're there, I'd like you to be aware of the life experience and how the wonderful memories can move further forward with you. And any negative memories can stay in the past and no longer hold you back in any of your other lives. Just let me know that the healing light has done its work, or do you need longer?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. In a moment, I'm going to awaken you from this nice, deep, relaxed state. On 3 and only 3, your eyes will be open. You'll be alert, refreshed, ready for the rest of the night, reinforcing every single positive thought that you have ever had about yourself, remembering this whole experience with crystal clear clarity. All right, now. 1. Becoming aware of yourself lying there. 2. Small movements in your body signal it will soon be time to awaken. On 3, eyes open, alert, refreshed and ready for the rest of the evening. So Mackenzie, how was that experience for you?
1 minute.
Yeah, just a bit bright.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, interesting. It's weird. I was still slightly aware of being laid here, but this place was here, which was good.
Yeah.
I noticed some similarities in that previous life to my current life.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm.
So whilst we're here, does anybody have any questions for Mackenzie or myself? It's your chance to ask them. I can put them up on screen so you can see them as well. Mackenzie, Bewitch said that was amazing, Paul, and that was amazing, Mackenzie.
Thank you. There you go.
So see if any questions come through. But if people aren't aware, do you want to, whilst I'm looking through these questions that might be coming in, of your Facebook broadcast for your ghost walk, and also if you want to say anything about the ghost walks you do, or do you want me to just give you a second to come around just a little bit first?
Yeah, like, wow, what are you asking me?
Who am I? Where am I?
Yeah, I'm a bit like, oh, where is everything? Where is everything? Yes, sorry. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow
Yeah.
the 13th, Friday the 13th, I am doing a talk. A talk. That's it. I remembered now. I'm doing a talk. Yeah, I felt quite sad a lot, Diana O'Brien. Yeah, I did feel sad. I was happier in my later life.
So was there any particular moments you felt?
I'll just quickly go back. So yeah, I've got a Facebook Live tomorrow night. I've got one on Sunday about the Roman history of York. I'm still learning little bits about that, so that might be a little bit patchy, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then I've got one with the lovely Mad Alice from the Bloody Tour of York the next Friday, so Friday the 20th. So we're doing one together. Obviously socially distanced, but we are allowed to meet legally, so that's good.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, it'll be really good, and yeah, we're all looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. And what was we asking now? So, thank you, Yvonne.
So you were saying that you felt sad at certain points, but that it was later on. So was it the first part of the life when you were with Charlie that you might have not been so happy?
Yeah, it was with Charlie. It was after the accident. It was never quite right after that. I don't think I was happy with him, and vice versa. And we had a lot of unhappiness. Then I was just pretty much fed up. I was a bit fed up before I met Charlie. Then he did make me happy for a time. Then I was sick of him. Then when I met Barry, initially I thought Barry was a bit of a ladies' man, but it turned out he wasn't. He was a decent bloke, quite well travelled, and we did a bit of holidaying, which was nice. And he did quite well with his business, and we worked hard and got a nice house. And then unfortunately, I just got ill with was it cancer? Yeah.
Yes, that's what you said. Yeah, but it'll also be available on this
Yeah. I can't remember it all.
Yeah, some people do forget little bits. Some people remember quite a lot of it, but it's always there for you to go and see afterwards. And when I have clients on a one-to-one basis, if it's here in the house, I put it onto DVD so they can go away and watch it and remember everything. If they're too embarrassed, they make wonderful coasters. So there's always that people can do as well. So anybody else have any questions here at all? I know Lynn, the ghost lady, you always ask. Oh, there's here's one from Graham. So Charlie could still be alive.
Very, very, very old now. Barry was already older than me, I think. Not by a lot, but I think I died either 90s, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea. We didn't ask that one, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you can work out through the dates as well of when you were. So probably would have been that sort of time. So, but both of you would have been
late 50s, maybe. Oh
yeah.
no, I wouldn't have been earlier. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I died in the 60s, 80s. I don't know. No idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, quite often you get people that do seem to have lives that overlap, and all that sort of thing. So it's quite curious what people come up with when they're in these past life experiences. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think we've got a question from Yvonne here. Have you ever tried? Oh, trace the history. Yeah, well, I can certainly have a little look to see if I can see something. There's certainly road names, dates, and places that came out, so that was all really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
I don't know. I think I've been to Liverpool once in my life, and driving around it was pretty scary. So that was it. I've never been since. That was years ago. I've been around Sheffield only driving. I've only ever been in Sheffield's a couple of scare attractions there, and no, 3 scare attractions actually, and then obviously the shopping mall, Meadowhall. That's all I know about Sheffield. Rotherham, got some friends that live near there but not in it, and that's it. I don't know anything about Rotherham. Leeds, I do know. I was born at St James's Hospital.
All right.
Back surgery there, so I don't know. And my family was from there, and my mum was from Annan, but the mum and dad met in Leeds.
What would be interesting to know if the hospital looked the same, or did it look quite different? The hospital, St James's Hospital, does it look different or similar to what you remember it looking like?
Very similar. It never really updated with St James's.
No. Okay. Let's just see what Savon say. Do you remember what happened after you met your family after you passed? Didn't really go that. Sometimes people kind of then go off. Quite often people then sometimes jump through to another life. But did you experience anything else that you're aware of that I didn't guide you through?
Just that we were going to go off to this other place, and that was it. We didn't really go. I don't know. We didn't ask, didn't really look. So, yeah. No, don't think so. There's a lot of what I would call shadow people about, but they're not bad. They're just people. That's all I can tell you.
Yes. I got another one from Yvonne there. Yeah, you can certainly email me, Yvonne. My email's paul@paulgoddardnlp. So that's for neurolinguistic program. So November Lima Papa.co.uk. So and we can do it over these over the internet as well, which is a great thing with the technology now.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have any siblings? Because I didn't mention them, but wondered
No,
if you had any. No.
no,
Okay.
no, it's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I think that brings us close to the end of this now. I'd like to thank you again, Mackenzie, for being the volunteer. Obviously, everybody,
you.
do go to her ghost walks online, and also if you're in York, I've heard many wonderful things about your ghost tour. So
Thank
I'm looking
you.
forward to when I'm in York to experience one myself.
Yeah, and I'll mention you on the lives as well.
Oh, thank you.
One thing I'll say is I'm surprised I didn't go back further in the past life, because I myself feel old, like I've been here a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Maybe that's something we can set up at some other point. And if I'm at York at some point, maybe if you're happy to do it, I could do a live personally, because I always find they work really well. When you're one to one, there's various other things I can do to deepen the hypnosis that involve me lifting and dropping your arm and things like that, which you just obviously can't do on this. So yeah, but it was really good and fascinating, and obviously it was something that your subconscious mind felt you wanted to explore. And as you said, there was lots of similarities between this life and your previous life. So yeah, it was good.
Can I ask you, did I feel a cat on me at some point?
You didn't say.
Oh, right. Okay. No, I think somebody walked on top of me at one point, but whether that showed up on camera, I don't know.
Okay. When you said something, so it'd be one of your cats went and had a bit of a.
Probably, yeah.
I didn't see that. So did anybody else here see the cat at all on Mackenzie?
It might not have come up high enough onto camera, but I thought it walked along my legs or something.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Yvonne. That'd be lovely.
That will be wonderful. So I'd like to thank every single person that has tuned in to see this. Tuned in sounds like television, but people still use that sort of phraseology. But actually click the button to watch this tonight, and I'm hoping to put some more live regressions out soon for you. So thank you everybody for watching, and sorry if I didn't say all your names or didn't get a chance to see these questions. It's very difficult when they're going along at the side to do everybody, but thank you for your comments, and I will still read them all after. Brilliant. Is there anything else you want to say at all, Mackenzie?
No, not really. No. Just thank you very much for having me on the show and doing that for me.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you very much, Mackenzie. And
okay then.
Goodbye. You can stay on just a little bit if you want to. I'm just going to end the broadcast, but if you just want to stay on for 2 minutes after, so that'd be good.
Yeah, I will
all right.
do. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.